Hey y'all. Today we have several new updates that I'm excited to talk about. First, we're going to get caught up on what Prince Harry has been up to in Canada, as well as the Sussex.com updates. We also have to talk about his letters to Scotty's little soldiers. We also have several news outlets reporting that Meghan is returning to acting. Variety, Harper's Bazaar, Deadline, and People magazine, with an exclusive allegedly, are all reporting that Meghan is going to be appearing in a new movie, and I will be talking about that. And lastly, Meghan's As Ever products have ended up on Oprah's favorite things list. All that and more, so let's get started. Hey y'all, thank you so much for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about several new updates regarding Harry and Meghan, but before we do, if you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to share so that more people can find us. For our first update of Prince Harry in Canada, he visited with Canada's Reserve Forces. Prince Harry spent time with members of Canada's Reserve Forces, and he met with soldiers from two historic Army Reserve units. He met with soldiers from the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada and the Royal Regiment of Canada. He observed demonstrations from the base's dive team, deck team weapons display, operations team, and band members, speaking with personnel in attendance about their dual roles as reservists and civilians, and some families even got a chance to join. The visit took place as part of his time in Toronto at the invitation of True Patriot Love, Canada's national foundation for the military and veteran community. Nick Booth, CEO of True Patriot Love, was also present. And because the Sussex team is so thorough, they provided lots of information and more pictures. So I thought I would share that information while we take a look at all the photos. Now, these visits highlighted the vital role the Reserve Forces play in Canada's military capability. Reserve members balance civilian careers with military service, and they create a bridge between military and civilian communities while maintaining operational readiness for deployments worldwide. Wow, that's a lot. That takes a lot of responsibility and a lot of organization, my goodness. Prince Harry met with Lieutenant Colonel Chris Ballou, commanding officer of the Queen's Own Rifles, and Lieutenant Colonel Adam West, commanding officer of the Royal Regiment of Canada. And while there, they discussed their unit's recent deployments and ongoing contributions to Canadian military operations worldwide. Now, they provided more information about the Queen's Own Rifles and the Royal Regiment of Canada. Now, the Queen's Own Rifles was founded in 1860, and it's Canada's oldest continuously serving infantry regiment. And the Royal Regiment of Canada is one of the country's oldest infantry regiments, and it has participated, in nearly every major Canadian military operation since the Fenian Raids of 1866. Chief Warrant Officer Justin Thorne and Chief Warrant Officers Marion Janelles Nagiles, the regimental sergeant majors of the Queen's Own Rifles and Royal Regiment respectively, spoke about the unique challenges and the great rewards of reserve service. Both senior non-commissioned officers balance military leadership with civilian law enforcement careers while mentoring the next generation of soldiers. It goes on to say Prince Harry's engagement with these units acknowledged the dual commitment required of reservists and the families who support them. Through training, deployments, and domestic operations, reservists contribute essential capabilities to the Canadian Armed Forces while remaining deeply connected to their local communities. The visit took place as part of his time in Toronto at the invitation of True Patriot Love, Canada's national foundation for the military and veteran community. Nick Booth, CEO of True Patriot Love, was also present. After that, Prince Harry visited Sunnybrook Veterans Center. He met with the veterans there, they shared laughs, and they also shared their creative arts program. The Duke observed veterans engaged in various creative activities such as painting, ceramics, and photography, each offering comfort, purpose, and an outlet for processing experiences that words sometimes cannot capture. That is absolutely true. Prince Harry exchanged stories with residents of Sunnybrook like Brenda Reed, who's 101 years old, and also Harold Toth, who's 95 years old. That is incredible. The Sunnybrook Veterans Center, home to some of Canada's most distinguished service members, by the way, has pioneered therapeutic approaches that harness artistic expression as a pathway to community and healing. I think this is my favorite part coming up. It says, a highlight of the visit was the Helmet Art Initiative, where veterans transform military helmets into profound works of personal expression. I would love to see that in person. That sounds incredible. Each painted helmet tells a unique story of service, resilience, and creativity. The Duke's engagement with these programs underscores his long-standing commitment to innovative approaches in veteran care. His advocacy continues to highlight how creative expression, community connection, and dedicated support systems work together to honor those who have served and ensure their ongoing well-being. Now, more about the people that Prince Harry met with. It says Prince Harry exchanged stories with residents of Sunnybrook like Brenda Reed, who's 101 years old. She enlisted in the Royal Canadian Navy and was posted to a station in Nova Scotia run entirely by women during the Second World War. That is incredible. And then for Harold Toth, who's 95 years old, he served in the Army during the Korean War, enlisting with the Queen's Own Rifles. And when asked by Prince Harry what both of their most memorable stories were, Brenda cautioned that when it comes to her fellow residents, you can't always believe the boys. You know what? That's probably true. That has me laughing because, yes, she kept it very real with that. Overall, this sounds like an amazing experience, and I really want to see that helmet art display in person. But Prince Harry is nowhere near done. On top of all of that, he also sent a letter to the bereaved military children of Scottie's Little Soldiers, the organization that he has supported since 2017. Again, the letter was posted today, November 6th, and it reads, Dear Scottie's Little Soldiers, as remembrance approaches, I wanted to write and let you know how incredibly proud we all are of you. This time of year can bring a lot of emotions, pride, love, and sometimes sadness as you remember your parent or loved one who served our country. Please know you're not alone in that. You've got each other and a whole community of friends and family who understand what this time means and who are standing right beside you, myself included. Every time I see what Scottie's families do, the way you remember your loved ones while still finding joy and living life to the fullest, I'm reminded of just how strong and inspiring you all are. Your mums and dads would be so proud of you. We all are. The way you support one another, grieve and laugh together, and keep moving forward says so much about the kind of people they were too. Wow. Remembrance is such a powerful moment for all of us. It's a chance for the whole country to pause and come together to say thank you to those who served and to the families who love them. Because when one person serves, the whole family serves. You play a really special part in that. I'm so proud that Scottie's will be represented at the Festival of Remembrance and at the Cenotaph Parade this year. 100 of you from 38 families, from the youngest at just 8 to the oldest at 24. Wow. When you march, you're showing the world what it means to remember with love and pride. Whenever I see those yellow and black scarves, I think of the unity, strength, and sense of belonging that runs through Scottie's. You show everyone that in tough times, you stand together, while your loved ones watch on from wherever they may be with admiration. I often think back to my own time in the military, the friendships, the laughs, and the sense that no matter what, someone's got your back. That same spirit lives in all of you. Through Scottie's, you carry forward your parents' legacy, one built on love, courage, and service, and you keep that spirit alive every day. As your proud global ambassador, I just want to say thank you. You inspire me and so many others with your strength. Over Remembrance Weekend, I'll be thinking of you all with so much pride and admiration. With my very best, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, Global Ambassador, Scottie's Little Soldiers. That is so sweet. That is amazing. But that isn't all. On their website, they posted their response. Y'all, try not to cry, seriously, because this is so sweet. What Prince Harry's letter means to members of Scottie's. For members of Scottie's, receiving the letter from Prince Harry is deeply meaningful, a reminder that the wider military community and the nation stand beside them during this emotional time of year. Among them is 21-year-old Molly Reynolds, whose dad, Sergeant Anthony Reynolds, served in the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers and died in 2018. Molly is a member of Scottie's Council, a group of Scottie's beneficiaries with lived experience who help ensure bereaved military children and young people have a voice. Molly said, receiving this letter from Prince Harry for Remembrance Day is really special as it reminds us that we are not alone and he understands us, not just as someone who has served, but also as someone who was bereaved as a child. So he truly understands what we have been through. It is also a reminder that others are remembering and honoring our parents alongside us. Wow. And then, of course, Nikki Scott, Scottie's founder, went on to say, It's become an annual tradition that Prince Harry writes to our members ahead of Remembrance Weekend. It means a lot to all of us at Scotty's that he takes the time to write such a thoughtful and heartfelt letter. His words capture exactly what Scotty's is about, helping bereaved military families feel they belong and giving them the strength and confidence to achieve and thrive even while carrying their grief. This weekend is always deeply emotional for our families, but it's also a time for pride and connection. Knowing that Prince Harry and the country are standing alongside them means the world. It's moments like that that just kind of remind you why both Harry and Meghan kind of go the way they go. And we talk about it often, but when we get to hear from the recipients of all of that care, all of that love, all of that hard work, all of the things that they do, I mean, they are essentially, they're the quintessential boots on the ground couple. They go right where they are needed and they do all they can using whatever resource, their whole platform, every connection they have to give and give and give, and to hear the response from the people who receive and the people who are in need. That's such an amazing reminder of why they do what they do, but it's also a reminder that they're helping real people. We can talk all day about Sussex.com and how amazing it is that we can see the work that they're doing. We can talk about all the organizations they're affiliated with and all of the great programs that they've initiated and pioneered and also joined alongside other people. But there's something so different about discussing their work from the angle of the people who are in need that they help. And that's something I don't think that myself or anyone else can really put into words. They can only come from the people who are receiving the incredible work and the incredible help that Harry and Meghan's work provides to them. And so when we defend Harry and Meghan about all this other stuff, about what the tabloids do, about what their family over there does, and all the other stuff, when we talk about those things, it's to defend Harry and Meghan. But I see it as it's bigger than them as well, although defending them is more than enough. But when you're reminded of how many people they actually impact, when you defend them, you're defending the help and aid and contributions that all of these people in need receive. It also brings to mind that people who are doing this kind of work and who are rendering these kinds of experience or causing these kinds of experiences for these people and helping these people this much, it's a wonder they have to be defended anyway. But that's a story for another day. I just wanted to take a moment to say that every time I discuss their work from the angle of the people who are receiving the help, it brings it home for me in a different way. Like, I can talk about the gravity of the work that they do. I can talk about how inspiring they are to a lot of people, myself included. They're very inspiring to me on a number of fronts: philanthropy, business, family. They just conduct themselves in such a way that I find them to be very inspirational. But aside from all of those incredible things, this is where it really hits home for me. And I just think that's amazing. I think that's beautiful. Prince Harry has met with veterans, and he's dealt with, or he's sent a letter to and shown support to children. He is all over this weekend and Remembrance Tide and making sure he covers all his bases, and look at the responses. I also wanted to say something similar to that when we were talking about the Sunnybrook Veterans Center and how they were so excited to show him their creative works. And just like, think about how crazy that is. Like, creativity is self-expression, but also it has been shown that people who express through art and music and things like that, it can actually help with trauma recovery in a lot of different ways. Also working with animals, particularly horses. But I say that to say, when I was reading that and kind of going over some of the things that he was able to do and some of the conversations he was able to have at Sunnybrook Veterans Center, just hearing those people so excited to talk to Prince Harry about their self-expression, but not just any self-expression regarding the very thing they have in common, which is serving. That's a full circle moment. And I'm sure that is a highlight, not only for them, but I bet that is a huge highlight for Harry, getting to sit with people that legendary who essentially paved the way. I mean, he served 10 years. He did 2 tours in Afghanistan. And these veterans, one of them 101 years old, the other one is 95. They've had experiences from so long ago, and yet they can still relate. I'm sure that is something he will never forget. I can only imagine how much gratitude he and Meghan have for the type of work, not only that they do, but the type of work and experiences that they get to have and the type of work they get to do. It's beautiful all around. And I love that we get to share in this in any way. Good job to Prince Harry and everyone involved, not only in this trip, but just all the work they do. Kudos to you. Thank you for doing what you do. Okay, y'all, more updates. Now, I cannot vouch for this information. I typically don't talk about things until I hear anything, any type of confirmation from a Sussex spokesperson. But I feel like this might be a different situation considering so many very reputable publications, Sussex-friendly publications at that, are reporting the same thing. Variety, People, Harper's Bazaar, Marie Claire, who else was it? Deadline. They're all reporting the same thing. So it says the former actress who had her big break in Suits, which she starred in from 2011 to 2017, is believed to be joining the cast of Close Personal Friends, which stars Jack Quaid. Ooh, I love Jack Quaid. Lily Collins and Brie Larson. People and several other outlets have reported. So again, I don't know how true this is, but let's get into some of the details. The move comes 8 years after Meghan left her acting career to marry Prince Harry and become a part of the British royal family. Since the two stepped away from their senior roles in 2020, Meghan has been returning to projects close to her heart. Her latest podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, her lifestyle brand As Ever, her Netflix lifestyle series with Love Meghan, not to mention her charity work through her and Harry's Archewell Foundation. Also, Archetypes podcast, do not leave that out. Still, her return to acting comes as a big yet welcome surprise. Now, if this is true, I am genuinely floored because she seemed like she was completely dead set on not returning to acting. But this might be a particularly special case because listen to this. Meghan will reportedly play herself in the film Close Personal Friends, which follows two couples, one famous, the other not. She has not publicly spoken of the project, but she was seen on the Amazon MGM Studios lot or set yesterday in Pasadena. And that's per People, who are claiming to have an exclusive. I checked out that article from People. It just says an insider, which is why I didn't use them. Quote, she seemed very relaxed and happy. An insider told the outlet she introduced herself to everyone and was very sweet and down to earth. Sounds like our girl. The Sun also reported on the news. This is a massive moment for Meghan and signifies a return to doing what she truly loves. A source close to the project told the outlet, adding that the mom of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet Diana has understandably been swamped with offers, but this one felt right. Not much else has been disclosed about the project, but we'll stay tuned. So this actually sounds kind of true. I could also see her doing a guest spot because that's what that would be, is her showing up as herself. That would be a cameo. I could absolutely see her doing that because that is not her working on a set 10 to 16 hours a day, living out of a trailer practically, trying to balance a heavy workload with acting and then also all of the other stuff she's doing. This sounds like a cameo, a guest spot, somewhat of a favor. And it sounds like it's right up her alley considering how they're describing this film and what she would do in the film. So again, I can't confirm this, but when I saw it, I was super excited. Now, if this is true, which it kind of sounds true, if this is true, I cannot wait. And y'all already know you're going to be getting a royal review as soon as the movie comes out if she's in it. Hell, I might just do it anyway because they talked about it. I don't know. But do y'all think this is true? If so, I'm super, super excited. Also, I need to learn more about Close Personal Friends and find out more about the film and what it's about and all that. As I get more information, I'll definitely share. But something that I will say is I absolutely adore Jack Quaid. I think he is so great, not just his career, but I just think he as a person is so great. I love when he speaks out, particularly against someone close to him and his family who is determined to ruin their family legacy. But Jack Quaid is holding strong. He's one of my favorite people, and I love when he speaks out. So it's great that he's attached to the project. I cannot wait till we get more information about this. I did check the Archewell Productions website just to see if there might be an article or anything up there. Not yet. There have been no confirmations from Meghan's team at the time of recording this, but that may change. And if it does, I will absolutely let you know. But in the meantime, what do you think of this? Do you think this is true? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching the SharionSade YouTube channel. I appreciate you watching my content. If you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video by hitting the thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget to comment along the way. If you feel so inclined, please don't forget to share so that more people can find us. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Now let's get back to the video. And the good news just keeps on rolling in. Congratulations to Meghan and the As Ever team on landing on Oprah's favorite things list. This is incredible. Congratulations. You absolutely deserve it. But let's hear more about what Oprah had to say. It says this year's list features As Ever's beautiful, giftable collection of 3 beloved spreads, delicately sweet and versatile orange marmalade, our best-selling raspberry spread, and our brand new strawberry. Winfrey inspired shoppers and partygoers by saying, quote, I also love bringing a jam or preserves as a hostess gift. And with this pretty box set of orange marmalade and raspberry and strawberry spreads, just add a bow and you're ready to go. She continued by saying she shared with readers that she has loved these spreads even before they were bestsellers of Meghan's brand. Before my neighbor Meghan started her business, she shared her homemade recipes with us. I love to drizzle it on an English muffin or yogurt or ice cream. Oh, that sounds really good. I haven't tried it on ice cream. Have y'all? That sounds good. Thank you, Oprah. Quote, each spread is inspired by the jams Meghan has created in her own kitchen and shared over the years. As Ever writes on its website, the gift set features the brand's newest flavor, strawberry, which is exclusive to the holiday set and one of Meghan's favorite spreads to make at home. As Ever was quick to celebrate the news in its newsletter and on social media. Hip, hip, hooray. The brand posted on Instagram, spread the news. Our signature fruit spread gift box is the must-have gift of the season. In its newsletter delivered to email subscribers and me, Meghan said she was over the moon to be featured, writing, we're honored to be included in the season's quintessential guide to gifting. So much love is poured into each recipe to bring the brightness and warmth of the garden to your home in every season. They absolutely deserve this. This is incredible. This is such a new company, and for it to be doing what it's doing, but also for the products to be as amazing as they are and such high quality, it's just, they launched and everything just landed perfectly. Congratulations to all of them. This is incredible. And thanks to Oprah for sharing her perspective on not only the gift giving side, but also the actual products, how much she likes them. I think that's really great. Anyway, what do y'all think of this? Congratulations to Meghan. Congratulations to the As Ever team. This is amazing. Congratulations to the garden for producing these amazing products or these amazing produce. Congrats to everyone involved. This is amazing. And have y'all started getting your strawberry spread yet? If so, what do you think? So that's all I have for you guys today. An abundance of amazing news. Prince Harry is doing amazing things, saving the world, one Toronto visit at a time. Meghan is getting back to business allegedly, but in the meantime, she is handling business when it comes to As Ever. They both have so much going on, and I love tracking it every step of the way. For those of you who plan to follow along with my recaps of Virginia Giuffre's Nobody's Girl, we will begin those tomorrow. Part 1 recap is going up tomorrow. Part 2 will be next Friday, and Part 3 will be the Friday after that. I will be posting that on the member side. I decided to not make that a public channel recap because of the sensitive nature of it. I feel like the conversations that could be rendered in the comment section around that kind of content, particularly her account of her experiences, I wanted to handle that with care, and I wanted to make sure that the only people who are hearing my perspective and my opinion on it are people who are genuinely here in good faith. That doesn't mean if you're not a member, you're not here in good faith. What I mean is on the public page, everyone can see it. So that means all of the people who watch and subscribe to my channel, which is amazing, but also the trolls who find my channel to spew hatred and nasty things. And I just didn't want to open up that kind of conversation with the risk of trolls finding that kind of content to embed themselves in the comment section. I just wanted to handle it with care, especially since it's such a sensitive thing. And since Virginia Giuffre is no longer here with us, I wanted to handle it with as much care as possible. So I made the decision to put it on the member side, and I will be putting it on Patreon as well. So both platforms will be getting it. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts. If you have started reading it, come with your thoughts. I can't wait to start talking about it in the comment section. I finished with part 2, but I'll be recapping part 1 tomorrow. And when I tell you, part 1 was a lot. Part 1 was a lot. And it just reinforces my initial feelings that I've had about her all along, which is my heart goes out to her and I genuinely pray her soul is at peace. But I do think she did a very brave and courageous thing by sharing her account. She did an amazing thing. And I feel like it would be such a waste to not discuss it and spread the word as much as possible, but in a responsible manner. So I look forward to starting that recap. I will be handling it with care, so I won't be sharing anything that might be upsetting, but I will be telling the story and sharing my thoughts on it, but from a very respectful and very high level bird's eye view place, because there are some details that I would not want to leave you with. And I assume that's why you would listen to a summary. If you didn't read the book, you wouldn't want to read some of those details, but you do want to know what happened. I got you. I will handle that. So Patreon and YouTube members, you will be getting the recaps of Virginia Giuffre's Nobody's Girl, Part 1 starting tomorrow, Part 2 next Friday, and Part 3 the Friday after that. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. It's actually a very well-written book as well. I bought the physical copy, but I've been listening to the audio copy, the audio version as well. And yeah, it's a very well-written book. It was interesting to hear about her life and all the places that she's lived and all of the things that she's done outside of what she's most known for. She has lived a very full life. And I really, really, really enjoyed hearing the parts about her as a mom. And the funny part, I'll share this little tidbit that really brought a smile to my face. Being that the reason most people will read Nobody's Girl is for the details regarding Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, but specifically Prince Andrew. While those details are in there and we will talk about them, the thing that really was a bright spot for me was her relationship with her horse. But then also her talking about her kids making fun of her for listening to old millennial tunes. When I tell you I was cackling, and to be fair, I immediately resonated with her because the songs that she was dropping that were part of her playlist that her kids make fun of, those are on my workout playlist. I said, yes, ma'am, I'm right there with you. They can make fun of me too. So it was really nice. That was such a bright spot in the book. But we'll be getting into all of that tomorrow. So I look forward to hearing your thoughts on that. And feel free to share with me if you've been reading along too. Feel free to share with me your thoughts as well. That's all I have for y'all today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.